Hi, I'm Pat Gonzalez. I've lived here since Christmas 2018.
And I'm Rita. I've been here just a little bit over a year now. Okay, for me it was mostly security and the idea that I didn't have to take care of my home anymore, that everything was done for me. And I wanted to be in the programs that were offered here, and I wanted to make some friends.
My driving force actually was my children. They were kind of concerned about us living far away and not being able to keep things up. They did come over and help in the big yard, and it was an hour and a half away. So they started talking to us about finding a place. Dallas Retirement was really the only one we wanted to consider. So we came and looked at it and liked what we saw, but my husband wasn't ready at all. After he passed away, I just was lost about what to do because I knew I couldn't keep the house up. So I was trying to decide, and Tanya called and told me she had the perfect house. Being very skeptical, of course, I came over and fell in love with the location. It's right on a beautiful cul-de-sac, and the house, I just fell in love with the house, the yard, and realized it was a perfect fit for me.
Well, I love what's offered here. I love to go to the movies, and my main concern or my main fun is to go to the gym. I used to do a lot of walking, but I just decided I'm going to keep going to the gym, and that's great. Everything's working out for me.
The biggest surprise I've had is the joy that I've found in the staff here. I honestly believe they're all here because they want to be. Everywhere you go, there's hi Pat, how are you doing? A big smile. The other thing is, I thought I was giving up my independence, but there really isn't anything I can't do here. And I'm a little bit less dependent on my children, which is huge for them and good for me too.
Well, when I first moved here, I decided I like to get to meet some of my immediate neighbors. So I had them over for coffee, and Pat was one of the neighbors that came, and we just sort of felt an instant connection, didn't we? I mean, I know there's some people that happens to, and others you kind of keep as acquaintances or something. But this was a little bit more than just being acquainted. We just found each other, and that's been great. Yeah.
And it has been. And my kids call up and they say, "What have you and Rita been doing now? You never answer your phone." Yes, it was wonderful the day she came and was knocking on my door and said, "You want to come over for coffee?" Yeah. One of the biggest joys for me is knowing my neighbors, knowing I can just bop in for a few minutes, ask them how they're doing or what they've been up to. I've never had close neighbors before. In a neighborhood, it's harder, but it's one of the wonderful things.
Well, we kind of in the same boat. We both lost our husbands, and that was a big loss. For me, it's been a little bit longer than it has been for Pat, and I'm happy now she's going to this grief share class, which helped me tremendously. And yeah, we were going to take a trip together, but this epidemic kind of didn't work out, so we're shooting for next year, right?
Right. Well, don't forget to tell them what we do on Fridays.
Yeah.
Fridays we come down to the produce stand here with wonderful stuff. Then we climb in the car and go garage sailing. And we kind of have an idea where we are, so we do a lot of U-turns. A lot of U-turns. We found wonderful stuff, and it's just our way of, Rita says, I'm not gonna spend any more than a quarter at the next place.
Because I really don't need anything. But it's just so tempting. You see something so neat, and for 50 cents, I mean, how can you go wrong?
That's right. And we do come to the movies. The movies are here, and we love that. And getting together for coffee, going for walks.
Mostly coffee. I'm a big coffee drinker.
Well, wine on your terrace.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's another one.
I don't know that you could really hurry it unless you have really gotten into the village and caught the spirit. I think it's a big decision, but I haven't talked to anyone that isn't very happy that they made it. We, as I said, we all don't want to give up our independence, but I just spend every day doing whatever I want to do, and it's nice having it all local, and having wonderful food helps.
And I used to love to cook and bake and everything. I never thought I would enjoy just having my meals delivered. It's been just great, and the food has been very good. I have absolutely no complaints. And I think for people just to live here and feel safe and see friendly faces, that I think that is so important when you get older. If you live in a place here in downtown, you feel isolated. Here you feel included. It's like a great big neighborhood, and I think that's wonderful.
And everybody knows Rita. Everyone knows Rita.
Just 'cause she's a social butterfly.
Yes, she is.